Okay, so welcome to this quarter's new member roundtable. I advertise it as the new member orientation. It is not necessarily just for new members, but new members would get the most out of it. At times throughout the year, I send the invite to everyone to encourage them for a refresh, or if they're not familiar with every single member benefit, which most are not. And so I encourage everyone to attend, and I'm happy that you guys are here. So I am Sasha Demian. I'm the executive director of the MBCEA, and I'm also the executive director of the Metal Buildings Institute. I will let Britton introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Britton. I'm covering membership services. When you click the contact us button on the website, I'm the one receiving and responding, as well as crew sourcing requests. So feel free to reach out to me with any membership needs.
Excellent. Thank you. And don't be offended if you send me an email and Britton responds. There are certain things that are her specialty and she's covering. So we'll forward that to her and she may be the one responding to you. She is admin at mbcea.org. But again, that contact us button on the website is your best way to send any messages for anything that you need. If you've just joined us, I did ask if your full name is not on your Zoom name, if you could put it in the chat so it's easier for us to take attendance, that would be fantastic. This is meant to be informal and it is meant to be interactive. So please feel free as we're going through. If you have any questions, stop me and ask them. I will also be taking breaks throughout as I'm going through the different pages and the different benefits and pausing to allow for questions. Stay muted otherwise so that we don't have any background noise. Don't be offended again if I have to mute you just because the background noise is interfering. Let's start out in the chat with how long you have been involved in the MBCEA. Have you been involved for years? Did you just create an account yesterday? How familiar are you? How long have you been associated with the MBCEA? Your company may be a member forever, but maybe you just created an account and it's new for you and you're just learning about benefits. Great. So we've got a lot of newbies, 1 month, 5 to 6 months. We got Daniel with 20 years. Thanks, Daniel. So this is good. This is a good span, 4 months, 7 years. Fantastic. So hopefully you will get some great information out of this then, especially being brand new. First thing I would like to do is talk to you about the different membership types because I'm going to refer to contractor member, industry member, regional rep throughout the conversation. And you're going to want to know which one refers to you. So contractor member, if you are a general contractor, a design build contractor, if you are an erector, you are a contractor member. If you are a manufacturer or supplier, you provide any services to contractors, you are an industry member. If you are a district manager, regional manager for a manufacturer, you are a regional rep. So some of the benefits apply a little differently to each of those categories. And that's why I like to kind of call that out so you can identify who you are when we're talking about that particular membership type. So let me start off with showing the welcome letter that comes when you join. Now, some of you may be the person who actually completed the application. And so you've gotten this. Most of you are probably not the primary contact who created the membership. So you would not have received this. If for any reason you want a copy of this, it's easy for us to forward it to you. So just let us know. But it basically gives a lot of information up front about your membership. We talk about the member compass, which we're going to visit. That's where you can do a lot of things on the back end with your account and your membership. We remind you of the code of conduct. We share the link for the MBCEA logo, which we ask you to use on your website in your email signature line. To add email addresses to your safe senders list. We do communicate a lot, and we want to make sure that you are getting our emails and they're not being blocked or going to your junk or spam. We share all the links with you about Metal Construction News, the relationship we have with them, our app, our Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube channel, different groups. So there's a lot of ways to get involved through social media. We also give you all the information about the free training that you get through the Metal Buildings Institute Quality and Craftsmanship Series. We'll take a look at that today as well, but this is where you get that discount code. It changes every year. And so the primary contact on the account is the one who gets that upon renewal. But we'll show you where else to find that. All the different discounts that you get with your membership for training. We encourage you to visit the event page. And then again, we end with the quarterly new member roundtable and the recorded session. So if anybody is interested in getting that, let us know. I do encourage you to read that monthly newsletter, all announcements, things about conference, new resources that are available, surveys, articles. We have experts on construction law, on business, finance, on OSHA and safety, technical corner, apprenticeship. So I'm going to show you where to find past issues, but make sure that you do read that monthly newsletter. It comes out around the 15th of each month. If you're not receiving our emails, let us know. We'll try and assist you in whitelisting our email addresses. Also, when you create your account, a drip campaign starts through Constant Contact. There's weekly or something like that, 6 or 7 little emails that you get highlighting one member benefit at a time. So please do not unsubscribe, because if you do, then you won't receive any future communications. If you absolutely do not want any marketing communications from us at all, any communications about crew sourcing, about upcoming events, let Britton know. She can check that off on the back end, and you won't receive any more of those types of communications. If you do not want to be shown in the member directory, let us know. We can check that off, and you won't be shown in the member directory as well. Okay, let's go to the website. First thing you see when you visit the website, at the top is the most important information. There will be a black bar across the top if there's anything really urgent we want you to be aware of. There will also be a box that pops up on the bottom left-hand side as well when you first visit, encouraging you to, right now, it encourages you to go to the frequently asked questions section, because what we find is that most of the questions that you have are answered there. So we hope the public will use that, and we also hope that our members will use that. So keep that in mind. As you scroll down, find a contractor, erector, suppliers, a direct link to the member directory. Quality programs, training, and accreditation are just that. They'll give you some more information about those. Become a member takes you to the membership application, and crew sourcing for sale and employment will take you to our blog page, our anything that we have listed for jobs for sale, crew sourcing. Our newest 2025 MBCEA Building of the Year winner video is now posted. You'll find the latest President's Message, chapter news, and any articles that were featured in on the homepage, along with upcoming events. Our AC 478 accredited members are spotlighted with their logo on the homepage. And then we also have our Facebook feed as well, many of the industry links. And this FAQ is what I want to direct you to. Again, really encourage you to visit that first before contacting us. How do I find someone to assist with my metal building project? How do I place an ad? How do I create an account for my employee? So if you're the employer, you have an account, you want to add staff accounts, those are the steps. If your employer, your company is already a member and you want to create an account, These are the steps: resetting your password, gaining access to the MBCEA app, gaining access to that free training we talked about, the members area, and recorded webinars. So there's a lot of good information there. And we are going to show you all, if you are the employer, if you're the primary, or you have management access later on, how to add staff accounts. It should be noted that people with management access are going to receive an email notifying them that an individual has been associated with their company's account. To protect us from fake accounts, new user account email addresses are going to be verified against existing verified email domains in our database. So I may have to approve them if they don't match. And if that's the case, it's not automatic. So we do encourage you, when you create your accounts, to use your company email address and not a generic one. And if you are the employer, the one with the management access who gets the email, and it's not an employee, just shoot us an email and we'll make sure that they are removed. Okay, any questions so far from anyone? How many of you have downloaded the MBCEA app yet?
I have not.
Okay.
For interaction, I will ask a question. So, as a subcontractor, that I've just stepped into the contractor world, and Sasha, you know me from the manufacturing world a few years. So this is Daniel Dupuy. I'm now with DD Con, but I've lived at Rigid, I've lived at Whirlwind, Seco, even more recently, Indian company supplying to the U.S. So as a contractor, I'm just now in this world. So I'm excited to learn more and more about how we can supply and serve the industry. But my question is as a subcontractor that is an erector, I see some of the message come across for like, hey, we have a crew available, or we need a crew, that kind of thing. How do I, as an active member of DD Construction, how do I get myself in that mix?
Excellent.
Did I word that right?
Yeah, you did. Exactly. I know what you're asking. So how do I place an ad is the question and answer right here. And we're going to show you that forms page. So as long as you have an account, you can get to the members area and you can get to the forms page to fill it out for whatever it is that you need. There are some stipulations. We'll go over that when we get to that page in the website about who can use that form and what the purpose is for it. So as long as you are allowing those communications from Constant Contact, you will receive those messages. You can also find the everything that's posted, again, from this page right here, Crew Sourcing for Sale and Employment, if you miss something and you just want to see them all on one page.
Okay.
All right, let's go in and see what you see when you log into your account. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to impersonate an industry member so that you can see the difference and what shows up when. So once you log into your account, log into the MBCEA website, if it doesn't automatically direct you to your member compass, which is your dashboard, all you have to do is click on your name up here on the top, and it will take you to your dashboard. Come on. There we go. So what I have tried to do is put the benefits geared specifically towards industry members right on this landing page. So to me, those are sponsoring the webinars, advertising in the MBCEA app, advertising in the member directory, advertising in the newsletter, and checking out the training and installation video page that we have to be sure that yours are included there. And then a link to get to the app. So this is going to be different for contractor members based on what makes sense and they are eligible for. So those are just quick links to those things. What you do want to do, and this is all dependent on your level of access. And if your level of access should change, just let us know. You can pay outstanding balances, see your account history. You don't have to email me to ask for a copy of your invoice. You can get that yourself. We encourage you to always be logged in when you register events, because then you can keep track of them here, your orders. Your personal profile can be updated there, and that links over to the MBCEA app. So I encourage you to do that. Your company profile is what you want to make sure, as the primary contact or as the person with management access, that that is as complete as it can be. And for industry members, as you scroll down, the most important fields that I want you to make sure you have completed are products, industry category, your logo, and your organization overview. Those are just some really great fields that should be completed so that in the member directory you are more visible. And I'll show you that when we get over there. Any questions?
Hey, Sasha.
Yep, go ahead.
Any questions? Hey, that's great segue. The question was, are you going to send the presentation? I know the video is there, but are you going to send the paper presentation as well?
Do you mean of like what I'm narrating right now?
Yeah, your presentation. Yeah. Can I get a PDF version of that?
Sure. This is what it looks like. It's got all kinds of notes all over it, and it's being revised on a daily. So
No, what you're presenting me.
sure.
I'll see your notes too. I'll look at your notes too. That's fine. But I want to see that because here's what I want to do. Just so you know, what I want to do is I want to take snippets that takes action from our marketing team. I'm actually having my inaugural marketing meeting next Wednesday with my team. I've been with the company for 5 weeks now, right? But I've taken over marketing and sales and generating business for this company. So I think I can take some snippets of this, and based on my conversations with Justin Beal, who is our president, who is also pretty heavily involved with MBCAA, I don't think we're doing these things. So I want to create a marketing plan that's based on what we can do with MBCA, one, to build MBCA up, but also to, plug us in. So I've got a marketing, I'd say in the next 2 weeks, I want to have a solid marketing plan to launch in 2026. So that's why I ask.
Yep.
So I can see your presentation and I'll look at your notes. It's all right.
That's all I have. I just work from the notes. I go through the different pages on the website just based on the notes. So that's what I'm
So if you can send me the a PDF version of your presentation.
Yeah, this is not a presentation. This is live on the website. This is not a PowerPoint. All
right, never mind.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, I have notes. That's all I kind of have, and then we're live on the website. But the notes might help you follow.
Send me your notes. I know your brain. I know your brain well enough. It's all right. Send me your notes. I'll decipher them.
Okay. Any other any industry members have any questions about what you see when you go to your dashboard? Okay. So I am going to impersonate a contractor member and show you the little bit of difference there. So the resources, benefits that are most popular for contractor members are right here at your fingertips when you log in. A link to the recorded programs, a link to career day videos and presentations, the AC 478 accreditation assistance page, the crew sourcing and job posting forms. So Daniel, that's where you can quickly get to them. And then again, information on the MBCEA app. So as we go down through the dashboard, again, it's based on your level of access as to what you will see here on the left. But in the company profile section for contractor members, the important things that I want you to make sure are completed are primary business, specialize in, manufacturer affiliation, again, your logo, and organization overview. And you'll see why when we go over to the member directory. You'll also see the difference between accredited members and non-accredited members as to where they show up in the member directory and how much of the information in the company profile is displayed in the member directory. Accredited members are considered featured listings, so they have a little bit more that is out there for them in the member directory. For example, they'll have a directory gallery, they'll have their social media information. So that's just a little bit of a bump of a benefit for being accredited. So those are the things in the company fields that we want you to be aware of. If you are the primary contact or person with management access, go to the People tab to add people. First of all, I would love everyone with that access to go to the People tab and make sure that the correct people are there. If you're missing anyone, add a person. If this person is no longer with you, please remove them. Let's try and keep those who have account access cleaned up. So to add a person, it is really not that difficult. You put their first name, last name, their email address, you save it. They'll get a notification, but you want to let them know that you added them so they can go in and complete the process and create their own password. You don't create the password for them. Who here has updated their personal profile in the member compass since they've joined and created their account? Anyone?
Can you hear me?
Anyone?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
I can.
So I don't know if I have done it with DD Con, but I have done it in the past. So has Daniel Dupuis?
Yeah, so you want to just make sure that you go into your personal profile information and any information that you would like anyone to know about you personally. Again, this goes over into the MBCEA app. So as a user in the app, people can review your information. They can direct message you. They can contact you. So it's nice that this information is included if you would like it to. I see a couple of people in chat are saying yes, they have. Thank you, Brandon. And those who have also said that they've downloaded the app so far or we're doing it as we speak. So that's fantastic.
So to encourage reactions and participation, who has actually put their information out there and updated their status and had interaction from that?
Are you asking the rest of the group that's on here?
Yes, today? Not you, Sasha. Obviously, you don't give a fuck.
Has anyone interacted at all with any other app users yet?
And the reason why I asked that question, Sasha, is because a lot of times you put your information in there, you update your stuff, you put everything in, but then there's not, think about LinkedIn. The actual interaction percentage of when you put an outbound interaction versus the amount of inbound interaction based on your outbound interaction is very limited. And I see MBCEA, I have not been heavily involved, but now I've always been a manufacturer, but now I am in this construction world. So I'm wondering, how do we create that engagement? That's a better word. Like, how do we? So the question is what kind of engagement are you getting once you build that?
So I have at least a dozen message chats through there. I actually directed someone to the site today because we're doing a project in South Boston, Virginia, and we needed someone to break some metal that had been shipped to a project down there, and pointed the general contractor to the app to engage with people in that area. So it is a thing that it's not going to be like every day. It's not your primary market thing, but you get what you get out what you put in.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
since this is informal, I want to bring this out. I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. What ends up happening is you put that out there, and so many of the members, especially contractor members, they don't engage. They don't look at it on a regular basis. There's not notifications that are happening. They may have their notifications turned off. So when we reach out, because even when I was with the Indian company for 5 years, I would reach out on a regular basis and get zero responses. But then you see somebody pop up and say, "Hey, we've got a 6-man crew ready to go tomorrow," and I'm trying to chase somebody down, and there's just the engagement. We've got to figure out. Like, I know this is a new member thing, but I'm a new member for a new company. So, but I'm not a new member with MBCEA. But the engagement is subpar, to be honest with you, Sasha.
Yeah, and as Joe brought out, it's the fold of the members. So here's what happens. We purchase a new app. We say this is going to be fantastic for forums. This is going to be fantastic for contacting each other. And people download it and use it during the conference because it's also an event app. And then they stop using it or they turn off their notifications. And so we can only do so much. We can give you the forums, we can give you the platforms, we can tell you how to use them, we can send out push notifications, but unless the end user is responding, engaging, has their notifications on, there's not much more we can do. So
It sounds like it's more of a situation where we need to, as the members, we have to treat this as an educational opportunity. That's the word I'm going to choose to use. An opportunity to educate our audience of this is my first stance at a company that actually has AC 478. Sorry. And I've worked for numerous companies with 472, and I've worked with companies that do not have the 472. You know what I mean? So if we can educate our clients or our prospects and engage them to say, "Hey, if you are looking for this type of thing, this is your resource," and it's MBCEA. So maybe it's not MBCEA, it's the members of MBCEA's responsibility to educate our clients. Does that make sense?
yes. Anytime you guys have any suggestions of anything additional that would help, let us know. But again, we are doing our best to provide every resource and platform so that you all can engage with each other and find answers to your questions. So hopefully when I show the app a little bit later, it will prompt you guys to use it. So I just want to get back to one thing about the people. Whoever created your account, whoever joined, completed the online membership application, that's the primary contact and the billing contact. So if someone else should be the billing contact, please let us know. If someone else should have management access, which allows them to see this history, the pay balance, account history, more of that information, allows them to complete and update the company profile, please let us know. So let's now dig in to member resources. So again, if you're back on the dashboard, and this is where you land when you log in, this blue box here, click here to access, is where you want to go for the back end. And we're going to go through each of these accordion tabs. But I encourage you to spend some time in them, especially as I go through them and you note some that are of interest to you. If you're interested in accreditation, everything you need to know is right here on this page and Jackie's email address. We also encourage you to attend one of the bi-monthly roundtables to help learn about the accreditation program. We have roundtable recordings and we also have marketing available. So once you are accredited, you have brochures that can educate building officials and architects If you aren't yet, here's for contractors and erectors to educate you on it. We also have an AIA presentation that goes over AC 472 and AC 478 that the IAS, the International Accreditation Service, has put together and does present to AIA chapters. However, they've made it available to MBCEA members to also do things like lunch and learns to architects in general or to AIA chapters. And so you have that resource to provide CEUs for architects and start talking about accreditation with them. Along with that, we have other AIA presentations in the architect resources. We have a one-page introduction to help you when you go to talk to architects or AIA chapters. Again, here is the link to that presentation that is downloadable from Dropbox. And the MBMA also has 2 approved AIA CEU courses that they allow MBCEA members to present as well. So you've got Metal Buildings 101, and you've got a walkthrough of that right here, and then Creative Design Alternatives. And so all you have to do is let me know if you're interested in one of these, and I hook you up with the right people that can get you started. We had a great session at conference where one of our members in the Midwest chapter, Jeff Wolgamont with Ironhide, has presented many, many times to the architects in their area. So we're encouraging a grassroots effort to talk about metal buildings and accreditation with architects in your area. And we provide you the resources to do that. Going back to association stuff, if you're interested in seeing our bylaws, if you have any reason to use our complaint form, past conference presentations, MBCEA logos, past newsletters, our store for members, where you will find a safety reference guide that you can download for free in English or Spanish. And several places you're going to find the link to the MBI quality and craftsmanship instructions, and link to the MBI website. And then just another link here to the recorded programs that we've put on to date. And then toolkit to recruit new members. So I really look especially to our industry members and our regional reps for this page. When you're speaking to your builders, right here we have all the resources you could need to actually have a PowerPoint presentation that talks all about MBCEA. Flyers that talk specifically about certain benefits, and then a summary of all. We're sharing with you the emails that we send out to contractor members and industry members when they express interest, so you can get a grasp of what the benefits are and information that you can share out to help others learn about the MBCEA. And then also links to videos that would be helpful, testimonials, and a link to our YouTube channel. So we do try to provide this toolkit to recruit new members, especially for our industry members as they're talking to their customers. Employee prospecting and recruiting. The Career Day resources are valuable. We're trying to help you with workforce development. We're trying to help you be able to hire more people. So go into the schools, the VOTECs, and go to their career days. You have the resources here. You don't have to create them. We have flyers, we have videos, we have presentations. You can actually go into these videos and download them to your website. These are for your use to educate the public, to educate students, to have as a resource on your website, to educate and grow the workforce. And then additional just resources here with other partners that have fantastic resources for the industry. Let's see. We have a public-facing careers page, which will show you out there. This is where you'll find the crew sourcing and job posting forms. Again, a couple of different ways to get to it. This is where I was saying you need to meet the requirements to use it. We are not doing your work for you. We're trying to help you when you're in a bit of a state of emergency. So when your projects overlap and you're in need of assistance, or when you have a gap in your schedule due to a project delay, you can complete the Looking for Erectors crew sourcing form. Again, not for bid requests or to find work in general. We want you to use the member directory for that. And then the Looking for Erectors and Available Crew posts, you'll see they typically come out on a Thursday. Everybody receives them. And they're also posted on our social media pages and on that crew sourcing employment webpage that I showed you earlier. Any questions about this page in particular? This is probably one of the top benefits.
I'm going to ask the question. So if I have a crew available, how does that work? Because what ends up happening is we have a job that we have a crew lined out for, and then it gets a delay, and we reserve them for that. Is this where this would go?
Correct, right. So when your projects overlap and you're in need of assistance, or when you have a gap in your schedule due to a project delay. So right here, this link, Looking for Erectors, crew sourcing form, you'll click on that and you'll fill out
This will be more opposite of that, where I have a crew that is suddenly available.
Yep. Available crew. Sorry. It's the second.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. So available crew. And you'll complete the information that goes to Britton on a weekly basis. She gathers it all together and she sends out an email.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you, Sasha.
You're welcome. We do also allow, if you're hiring, we have a job posting form, and if you're selling anything. So that's where you're going to find all of those forms. Member resources. We have a lot of documents and templates that other members have shared for all of our members' benefit. So if you're looking for something, please look here first. We have a lot of checklists, project planning forms. We have links to reference materials, safety templates. This is another really great thing that one of our members provided for all of you. They have an in-house mentor program, which has helped them retain and grow their workforce immensely. They presented on it not that long ago. You can find it in the recorded programs of how it works, but they've shared all of their forms here if you want to take a look at them and if you're interested in instituting any type of in-house mentor program. We really look out for each other. I mean, we're trying to grow together. That's the whole reason we exist, is to elevate the industry as a whole. So take advantage of what other members share and share back. If you see that something is missing here and it's really helped you in your job, share it back so that others can benefit. Let's see, safety templates. Okay, so we went through all of those. There are a lot. We're not going to go through them, but that's one of the pages I encourage you to look at. If you are an industry member, this is the page I was telling you to check out to see if your installation instructions exist here. If they do not, send them to us. We prefer videos. And that's what we're trying to be, the one-stop shop for all of our contractor members. So no matter what product they are installing that day, they can go and they can find everything they need in one place. We had a member get approval for using an aerial boom to lift material. And so he shows you how he was able to do that here. Again, it's just another resource. We have toolbox talks in both English and Spanish. And then we have a training page where you will find the current year's discount code always for the Metal Buildings Institute training. You will find, again, a link to the website and the instructions. You will also find the transcripts for each of those 11 modules, because some learn better by having the transcript along with the video. You have access to both the English and the Spanish videos right here for if there's a one-off, you're about to go out and do wall sheeting that day and you want a quick refresher. It's easy to just access the wall sheeting video right here instead of having to log into your MBI account. Just note that we don't encourage you to train through this particular site because it doesn't track things like the Metal Buildings Institute's website does. And then there's various other trainings that are here meant for the qualified person trainer in your company. Technical resources. I ask, who knew we had a list of engineers who could create temporary bracing plans? Anyone? Anyone? Well, we do. So right here, engineers, temp bracing foundations. We get calls all the time. We need an engineer to create a temporary bracing plan for us. You've got the resource right here. Many other resources through the MBMA, different white sheets that have been created by other members that they've shared with us. Our technical committee is starting a best practices guides section. So we'll be announcing them as they come out. Watch the technical corner of the monthly newsletter. And effective energy code compliance is the first one that we've come out with. So take a look at it. Engineers for Canada, I don't know. I'd have to look at it and see. I don't know if any of our members from Canada responded to our request for who they use. So perhaps we need to expand that request or send it out again. Okay, so those are a lot of resources that I encourage you to take the time and go through. Any other questions about this page? Okay. So as you go across the top menu, the highlights are the new training initiative. If you haven't heard about it yet, we are working on a metal building curriculum with NCCER. Many of your fellow members are serving on committees to create the curriculum. We are constantly looking for new subject matter experts. And don't be scared by that term. If you do anything with assembling metal buildings, then you can help with the curriculum. We have several of the courses done to a certain point, and now we need review of them before they go live. So if you are interested, please let us know. We'll be happy to put you on a review committee or a curriculum creation committee, but you can learn more about what we're doing here. It's $1 million project. It will end up serving as training for an apprenticeship program, and it may take over the quality and craftsmanship training series as a more robust training program and just a different way of learning through their online LMS. So you can learn more about that there. Products and services, that's where you're going to find the recorded meetings that we've been talking about and where you're going to find opportunities to sponsor and advertise if you're an industry member. It's easy to change the product category so that you can dive down a little quicker into those options. So advertising and sponsorship would be very specific to what is open right now. Recorded meetings, doing our best to try and keep those in date order from most current. So you can go through there, and there are a lot of great programs that you can view. And then the store as well has that public-facing job site safety reference guide with the different pricing if you actually need us to send it to you instead of downloading it yourself. I encourage you to check out the events often. And there's different categories there as well. So as not to be confused, these industry events right here, those are ones that we just put on for the industry's benefit. We are not hosting those. So that's the difference between some of the events that you'll see and the information that is there. Our signature events, MBCEA Presents, are the very specific things that we do monthly, and our quarterly roundtable with AC 478 and new members. And then chapter events, you can see exactly what's coming up in your area. And then the annual conference, we will be getting more information live on there soon, but save the date for April 22 through 24 for 2026. And that is going to be in Colorado Springs. And you all already know how to register for events because you registered for today. So I don't have to go over that. Under the members menu, in the member directory, if you are looking for a contractor or erector to get a bid for your project, I encourage you to use these 3 steps at the top of the landing page. Reason being, it's the most general, broadest way to grab everyone. Once you start putting extra fields in the filters, it's going to really narrow down the results. And that is why I am encouraging all of you to make sure you have all of these fields completed in your company profile. Because if you don't, and someone decides they want to really, really get specific, you're going to miss out on being in the results. Similar for industry members, if people come in and decide to use the manufacturers and product suppliers by category and you don't have that completed, you're not going to show up. And this again is where I mentioned that our accredited members are featured, and so they show up first and you're going to see a little more information about them. And this is where the ad goes if you choose to do the member directory ad, and it shows up on all the results pages. Any questions on anything I just showed you or specifically with the member directory? Okay. Careers is the public facing page, which has all of the resources that we felt would be beneficial to the public when they came to our website. So again, it's a great resource for you to point people to as well. And there are a lot of other associations that we are affiliated with that have fantastic resources for careers in construction. So we encourage you to take advantage of those. In news, you're going to see the past newsletters. You're going to see the chapter news that came out in the monthly newsletter. You're going to see any articles where MBCEA is in the news, and awards and recognition, and that is from our annual conference, our Oil Can Award, our Pioneers Club, our Building of the Year awards. All of those recognitions can be found there. And then chapters is specific to what is going on in each of the chapters. So let's go over to the MBI website. Move that guy. It's metal-buildings-institute.org, and that is where you're going to use your discount code to access the training. The Quality and Craftsmanship Module 101 is in English and Spanish, and that is the one that you get completely free. It's an annual subscription, so there is a new discount code every year, and that is sent out upon renewal. It is also placed on that training page. The 101 testing and certification is needed to actually get certified, and that is 110. There is no discount on that. It is all 11 modules, the testing for all 11 modules. You need 1 product per person for that. For the quality and craftsmanship videos, you only need 1 product because you get 100 registration codes with each of those products that you'll be able to assign to your employees. The 102 IMPs gives you a $200 discount on that annually, and that is in English and Spanish, and there is also a test for that. The 103 insulation, you do not need to purchase if you are getting the 101 11 module series because it's included in it, but the MBI felt it was an important standalone video as well for those who wanted to just purchase that. And then there's a test for that. We also have 201 retrofit roofing, and that gives you a $200 discount with that discount code. Temporary bracing guidelines, which every company should own, you get a $150 discount with that code. So the instructions are there in several places on our website. They're in the welcome email and they're in the FAQ. We get a lot of questions about this, so there is the information that's going to answer your questions. If you read the description first and click on the links, what's covered in each module, the length of each video, click here. There's a promo video, so you can see a little sneak peek before you purchase it. So there is a lot of information here. Just take the time to look at the description. Again, you're just going to click add. You only need one, again, because you get 100 codes with it. And if you don't have an account yet, you're going to register for an account. Complete your profile information. And then on the payment method page, you're going to see discount code hyperlinked on the right side. That's what you're going to click on to enter the current year's discount code. And if you're only purchasing something that you get for free with that discount code, you do not need to actually put your credit card information in. If you're getting the Quality and Craftsmanship 101 11 module series in English or Spanish, all you just do is click apply and it's going to go right into your account. You have a printable invoice, you have a link to your account, and then the registration codes in order to send them to your employees. So again, all of those step-by-step instructions are included. They're down here in the FAQ. If you need them, let us know. We will assist with that. Real quick, we have a few minutes left, so I want to show you the app. Give me a second to just connect to that. Okay, so when you log into the MBCEA app, again, we encourage you to allow notifications. The first thing that's going to show up is the news feed. And so you'll see just all the different information that we've been putting for the news feed. And then at the top, industry members take note. This is where you have the availability to purchase an ad in the MBCEA app. Events, all of the events that are on our website are also here. You can register for them through here. You can create your own schedule. The things that you have put on your schedule will be on your calendar. So it's pretty useful, especially for the conference. The forums is what we created so that you don't have to email me asking what do other people do in this situation. You can go right to this forum and you can ask the question to the rest of the membership, to all the rest of the app users. We do check it regularly. If we see a new forum question is posted, we'll send out a push notification saying, hey, a fellow member has this particular question, and that will prompt people who don't have their notifications turned off to go in and see if they can help you out. The messaging is what we were talking about, and Joe also referred to as well. It's pretty popular. We actually see that a lot of people are direct messaging. You can create groups to message as well. When you want to see the app users in the more, you can see just everybody who is using it and contact them directly. You can complete your profile here and it will write back to the MBCEA website, but this is what I was saying as to where your profile details will land when you do your personal profile information on the website. We use this digital business card a lot, this QR code, especially at the conference with networking. So it's pretty cool. And then you can see who else you have scanned. You've got resources, notifications if you've missed past notifications, and just some other direct links to things that we thought would be great to have in your hand. So that is the app. Any questions for me? In the chat, Daniel, you say you want to help in the education series related to supply erect best practices. So send an email to the contact us so that that can be grasped and can be sent to the correct person. I see you also want to see this presentation about AC 478. So let us know how we can help with that. Promotion of AC 472 in states that don't require it. Yeah, so any of those things that we can help with the resources that we showed, we are more than happy to. And I'm about at my hour. So any last questions for me? Is there anything that you were really hoping to learn that you did not? And or is there anything you didn't know and you actually learned something new today? I would love to know that.
Such a loud room today, Sasha.
I'm used to it.
It's all right. Well, hey, it's been great. I'm sitting in my truck, but yeah, it's been good. I'm glad I stepped in. I've been involved with MBCA for many years, but I've never attended a kickoff meeting like this. So lots of good information. More than happy to get involved with everything. I sent you a few things. So anything I can do to help, sitting on this side of the fence, I'm more than happy to. If any of the members, want to know more about manufacturing or best practices, I'm more than happy. I've been involved in the technical portion of it, 3D modeling, BIM modeling, all of that stuff. So, I mean, I think I want to push promoting. I don't see DDCon as really heavily involved in the marketing side of things, but now I've kind of stepped in to take over that role. So anything I can do to help promote the industry as a whole, especially like in Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, all you need is a sticker on your truck, so trying to educate people of what AC 478 really means, because you see architects across the board requiring that 472 for the manufacturers. And what does that mean? And then how does that bleed over to the erector? And I think educating people to help them understand why it is important to them, it becomes a value add. So I'll be glad to add that.
Excellent. All right, we'll talk offline then, and appreciate your engagement, and thank you all for being here. And any questions, you know how to find us. Have a great rest of your day.